Today we are celebrating Women in Construction Week. It starts March 1st and goes through March 7th, even though we know women should be celebrated all year round. Statistics show that women are only 3% of the construction industry. So we thought it was a great opportunity for the heavy constructors to showcase our women leaders in the construction industry that actually own or work in large part are responsible for the business that is done. So I'm Bridget Williams with the Heavy Constructors Association, and with me today I have Bridget Fahey with Fahey Construction. Bridget, why don't you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Bridget Fahey, J.M. Fahey Construction. I feel like a fossil. I've been doing this a long time. And I do a little bit of everything in the office. I'm not afraid to do anything. I started out answering the phones and moved into human resources and then a little bit into office management, and now I pretty much take care of all insurance and safety related issues and anything office management wise. I'm never afraid to scrub a toilet or meet somebody on a job site to sign for somebody delivering a load of pipe. I've also put out door hangers when we're gonna shut a street down, or just about anything.
So you're the jack of all trades. You do everything. You keep the company going, pretty much. Yeah. Well, yeah. But a big part of your responsibility is providing the workforce actually on the project site. So tell us a little bit about how you go about doing that.
Sure. We are always looking for qualified employees, and qualified doesn't necessarily just mean a skill trade. It's somebody with some fire in the belly that isn't afraid to work hard, and we're looking for all ages. So that could be somebody in their early 20s to somebody with we always think that knowledge and the whiskers and the years of experience are extremely helpful too. So we're always looking for that.
So J.M. Fahey has a long history in this community. I think this is your 50th year, isn't it? Almost 50 years. 50 years. Almost 50 years in the business. So tell us how the company got started.
Sure. Started by my dad, Joe, Big Joe, J.M. Fahey, and Kevin Fahey. Brother Joe joined a year later. They started in 1971. Joe came on in 1972. And building small jobs, typically for the city of Kansas, Missouri, at that time it was city of Kansas, Kansas. Small jobs with a small crew that my dad and his employees could take pride in the work that they were doing. And it just it got bigger.
Yeah, I mean, you're now a general contractor.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you focus a lot on KDOT, MoDOT, heavy highway jobs. You do municipal work, even some residential.
A little bit. The majority of work that we do is for, public works departments. We have a great relationship with the city of Kansas, Missouri, unified government, doing some work in the city of Belton, city of Raytown, pretty much anybody who, will accept our bid and we're the low bidder. And same thing, love to do work for KDOT and MoDOT, some railway work also.
Oh, that's right. So how long have you been with the company?
I have been there since 1986 on a full-time basis.
So you work part-time through college.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's your degree in?
I do not have a degree. Never went to college.
That is a great point. This is one industry where you can come right out of high school and build a career. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, not right out of high school for me. I did a little bit of messing around and traveling and having too much fun.
That's good.
It was a lot of fun.
You're paying for it now.
1986, am I ever? In 1986, I think, we needed a body in the office, and I needed a job, and they needed someone that had a fairly thick skin. So who better but a family member?
Yeah.
And I started at the bottom. That is for sure. And that's not a bad place to start.
No.
Because I learned everything.
No, that's absolutely the best place to start, because then you don't have to rely on other people for the information as you move up. So at you as an individual, because you are a great communicator, and communications 9 times out of 10, every battle is stemmed from lack of communication. And you're one of those people that, you don't have to guess where you are. That's really, well, I mean, but it's more good than bad, in my opinion. Is that sometimes a barrier when you are dealing with other people in the industry?
Sure. We just had some spring training with a group of our leaders, and at the end of my presentation, I thanked them for working with us, and especially with me, because I'm a lot to take. and I know that I expect a lot out of myself, and I expect a lot out of people that I'm working with. And I told them I was a bucket person, and I throw a bucket at everything, when sometimes just a cup will do. Yeah. And I have a hard time not giving 110%, and I want everyone around me to feel that same way also. And sometimes that's a challenge, and that can make me a bit cranky when I think people aren't giving their all.
Yeah. No, I think as women we tend to have issues with that. Sure. No one can be harder on us than we are on ourselves, and as a result we expect everybody else to have that same Sure. mentality. And it's really difficult when you encounter someone that doesn't. Mm-hmm. So how do you deal with that?
I guess I try to take a step backward for a second and only give a cup, not necessarily throw a bucket from the beginning. Maybe I'm not thinking from their perspective necessarily, and yeah, to try to take a little bit bigger view than just getting the work finished for the end of today, and to take a step back and think the whole phase of this project, or the whole 119th to 127th, not just this intersection that's causing us grief right now.
Right. So do you find it difficult for men to take direction from you, or is there a difference between how women take direction from you and how men take direction from you?
I don't think so necessarily. I think especially younger people that I'm working with, especially young men, they've had their mothers are strong, their sisters are strong. They come from, strong women in their family. They've had strong teachers. Maybe they've had other women bosses who were just as strong. So no, they don't seem to have a problem at all.
Well, that's good news. That's good news. What advice would you give a woman who is thinking about coming into the industry?
I would say there is, male or female, a ton of opportunity. Especially, it's so exciting, I think, especially here in the Kansas City metro area. We've got so much going on. But keep your eyes open. God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen more than you're speaking, and to take advantage of every opportunity that's put in front of you. And if you see an opportunity that's out there, tell somebody else you want to do that.
So do you have any funny stories that you want to share?
I have. They're probably not funny. They're probably boring. But I did have a fun when we had a job. Kevin Fahey could tell you the date for sure, but I'm going to say it was probably about 1976, 77, so I wasn't very old. And we had a job probably for Parks and Rec, doing some work at the zoo. Mm-hmm. So I went to work with my dad on a Saturday morning. He's probably pulling concrete forms or blankets or something like that. And I had full run of the zoo unattended by myself for a few hours on a Saturday morning. I do remember that was fun, and we'd love the opportunity to work at the zoo again.
That is hilarious. Because you love animals.
Sure.
Yes. You ride horses.
I do. I have 2 horses.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. I have 2 horses. One is an off-the-track thoroughbred, and he is now retired, so he is living a king's life. And I have another one who's 10 years old, who doesn't know much, and I take him around shows to the Midwest, and we jump over little stuff, and I try not to fall off.
So how have you won any?
I've won a few things.
You
Been in the
have?
emergency room a few times too.
Well, I bet. But are any of those construction related?
No.
So you're doing good in the dangerous work.
For sure. Yes, exactly. I'm not safe in my personal life, but I try to be in the workplace.
Yeah.